one candidate for National Teacher of the Year worries that some may fall through the cracks because it almost happened to him. Missouri PE teacher Darrion Cockrell says educators saved his life, and that inspired him to help a new generation of students build up their minds and bodies. Daryl Barnett shows us his against the odds journey to success.
It's easy to see why Mr. DC, as his students call him, he was named Missouri's Teacher of the Year. Who was the most popular teacher in school?
Mr. DC.
But some students at Crestwood Elementary School near St. Louis were surprised to learn recently Mr. DC used to go by a much different name.
6 Deuce 87 Kitchen Crip Gangster. Yep. Your 2021 Missouri Teacher of the Year used to be in a gang.
A gang he joined at just 9 years old in this North St. Louis neighborhood that's 15 minutes and what seems like a world away from the suburban school where he teaches today.
I felt like I was born just to fail. Like, my mother was a drug addict. My father was murdered when I was 4 years old.
Cockrell felt destined for that fate or jail.
This is actually where my little brother was murdered.
Early on, Cockrell's grandmother swooped in to save him.
Man, I feel sorry for my grandmother because she had to put up with so much. We didn't have Mr. DC's who can help us and support us and get us through those tough times, and she did everything by herself. Sorry.
Eventually, school and sports became his refuge. In 8th grade, he was adopted by his football coach.
No, I am not Michael Orr from The Blind Side, although I did have dreams of the NFL.
But he was more inspired by educators, so Cockrell became a teacher, landing here at Crestwood Elementary School. How did you get to Crestwood?
I took a cab.
That laugh makes the fun infectious in his classes.
Whenever you're sad, he cheers you up.
How can the teacher tell when students are sad?
I have no idea. It's a magical power.
He teaches us how to stay healthy and have fun at the same time.
Something Cockrell shares online in workout videos with his 3-year-old son, Dawson. Now, Cockrell's competing to be National Teacher of the Year.
Okay, so perfect.
He's only been an educator for under a decade, but in reality, Mr. DC brings a lifetime of experience.
I've seen so many bad things, and I'm just so happy that I'm alive, that I have a job that I love. So if people are tired of me laughing, being positive, and giggling all the time, we're just gonna have to get used to it.
For CBS This Morning, I'm Daryl Barnett.
Can we vote for Teacher of the Year, Mr. D?
We'll bring DC up in just a second. You know, I heard about DC when he got Teacher of the Year. I didn't know much about him at all, but for the last year, over a year, I've been hearing about DC from Mary Draymire. And when Mary talks about DC, she talks about him like you would talk about your family members. And so when we were thinking about who's going to introduce DC, I thought, who better to talk and introduce DC than Mary? So Mary, would you come up and bring DC up on stage today?
You guys know how much I love this. So. Well, I first met DC about 7 years ago when he walked into the Crestwood Library to interview for a PE teaching position. He was interviewed by a panel of Crestwood teachers and myself. When he walked in the room, he instantly lit up the room with his big, bright smile. I don't remember really the details of the interview, but I just remember he absolutely nailed the interview. Everyone on the panel was giddy and excited about Mr. DC. But I was a little cynical. I was like, why in the world has not another school grabbed this guy up? What is going on? I was all suspicious and everything. So now, fast forward to today, it's kind of like a running joke between DC and I. He always liked to say, you didn't even want to hire me in the first place. And then he gives me that trademark laugh you guys just heard on the screen. Well, I'm just here to tell you that wasn't even true. Whatever he says is not true. He's going to make up lies. No, it's true. So Mr. Darrion Cockrell is our Missouri 2021 Teacher of the Year, and he's the living proof of an impact an educator can make on a child's life. He's an amazing friend. He is a devoted father, a devoted husband. He's the kindest, most genuine human you will ever meet. He's a passionate advocate for physical education, and he's a champion for his students. Get ready to be motivated and inspired. It is with great honor I introduce you to our keynote speaker, Mr. DC.
Check. All right. No. Stand back up. So you guys have been sitting for a while, and we're here. We're here at MOSHAPE. I'm ready to get this party started. This is my 4th time coming, and I was sharing with a friend the other day that, every time I've come here, I've been super serious and just wanted to make sure I attended everything and did everything the right way. But I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm partying this weekend, and I hope you guys join me. But even with that said, this is a great weekend where you're going to learn a lot of stuff, and you're going to have a lot of information, a lot of great things that you can take back to your kids. And even if you don't do a lot of the stuff that these people are presenting, please put yourself out there, make those connections, open yourself up, and just learn about other people and just make these connections, because it's definitely going to take you far. All right. But while you guys are standing, just kind of shake it out real quick, get your blood flowing, get going. And I just want to do a quick little chant just to get y'all talking, get y'all moving a little bit. So when I say mo, you say shape. Okay? All right. It's real easy. When I say mo, you say shape. Mo. Shape. Ooh, okay. Oh, that felt good. Okay, one more time. When I say mo, you say shape. Mo. Shape. Mo. Shape. When I say mo, you say shape. Mo. Shape. Mo. Shape. No, I can sit down. You guys, you can sit down. You can sit down now. All right, so I'm going to ask you all a dumb question. Raise your hand if you are a PE teacher. The majority of you. Raise your hand if you're studying to be a PE teacher. Great. Give a shout out to those kids over there, man. Future educators. That's awesome. Okay, I have another question for you. Raise your hand if you're just a PE teacher. I love it. No one's just a PE teacher. Hey, put your hand down back there, boy. Stop playing. No one is just a PE teacher. Raise your hand if you're more than just a PE teacher. Absolutely. I think, unfortunately, for educators, and not even just PE teachers, a lot of times when you say you're an educator, people think right away like, oh, they don't get paid a lot, or they don't really do much, and they just don't value us as much as they should. One of my biggest pet peeves is when I say I'm a PE teacher and people are like, oh, you just play with kids all day? That's easy. That ain't nothing. Oh, you just roll the ball out? That's all you do? You're just a PE teacher? I made a comment I put up a post on Facebook last week, this long thing about just PE and health and things like that. And a lady commented on there, and she said that I made a grammatical error. And she also said, but it's okay because you're just a PE teacher. You're just a PE teacher. And I got to give a shout out to Mary, because she kind of defended me. She kind of got on there and she was a little upset, but I was just like, it's okay. I'll fix it. I'm sorry. But the thing is, as teachers, as educators, and even as a PE teacher, we make mistakes. But we don't make mistakes because we are PE teachers. We make mistakes because we're human. That's what people do. So we're not just PE teachers. We're more than just PE teachers. All right, so not only are we PE teachers, but we're also leaders. Okay, so MOSHAPE, I ask you, how do you define leadership? No, seriously, how do you define leadership? I've been trying to find a definition for. No, so how do you define leadership? Is it just the action of leading a group of people or organization? Or could leadership be much more? Sometimes being a leader can start simply by being the first person to try something new. Being brave enough to step outside of your comfort zone and doing something that can potentially set the foundation for you to provide a better opportunity for other people around you to be more successful, i.e., your students, your staff members, the people that you serve, our families. What makes leadership and teacher voice authentic are leaders who are genuine, self-aware, transparent. An authentic leader can inspire loyalty and trust in their students by consistently displaying who they truly are as a person and by continuing to empower them with opportunities of growth. It's not just talking about it, it's about being present, being able to listen and being able to collectively build with your students and their parents, because we all know that it takes a village to prepare our future leaders. As a former athlete, I always speak to my kids about teamwork. Team. Together, everyone achieves more. Teamwork makes the dream work. That's the motto in my classroom. Seeking opportunities to use your voice to make a positive change for you and the people around you is what true leadership is about. Being a part of something greater than yourself. Did y'all hear me? Being a part of something greater than yourself. We're all here because we serve other people. That's true to our nature. All right. So being a part of something greater than yourself and using your platform as a purpose that will help provide tools, opportunities for everyone to be heard, to be challenged, to be appreciated, to grow together. All of this allows us to be better teachers and better prepare our students for their future successes. We are more than just PE teachers. Every morning when you wake up, you're guaranteed two things: a chance and a choice. A chance to make an impact in the world and a choice of if you want to do it or not. Okay, I'm gonna hurry up. That's the sound to play us off because I'm taking too long. I apologize. Okay, God. So you have a chance and a choice. A chance to make an impact in the world and a choice if you want to do it or not. As PE teachers, I truly believe that we are the leaders of our schools. I want to say that again. We are the leaders of our schools. Now, I know some of you are thinking like, we the leaders, well, we ain't getting leadership money. That's true. We're not. Or some of you might be thinking, well, I thought the principal was the leader. And technically speaking, you are correct. But leadership is not just based off of your job title, your degree, or salary scale. We are the heartbeat of our schools. And we all know that without a healthy, functioning heart, nothing else is possible. Leadership can be based off of your presence, your attitude, your energy, your patience, perseverance, fearlessness. We are the rock stars of our schools, the superheroes to so many of our students. We are known for bringing an energy day in and day out. As PE teachers, we can adapt to anything. We can modify on the fly. We can manage all behaviors. We wear multiple hats, along with costumes, wigs, and more expensively, shoes. My shoe game is crazy. Y'all don't even know. Like, step your shoe game up. But all jokes aside, we are truly the reason that many of our kids come through those doors every day. All right? We empower these kids, and we change lives. You know, when I won 2021 Missouri Teacher of the Year, I still can't believe it. Like, that's just crazy to me because, one, I'm an African-American male. I'm the first African-American male to win Missouri Teacher of the Year, which is crazy. And not even that, but like I'm a physical education teacher. And there's been different times when, you know, I've downed myself and I'm like, I'm just a PE teacher. I can't believe that I won. But the fact that a Black male and a PE teacher run Missouri Teacher of the Year really shows the true value that we have with our students. And with that said, when I was recognized by the Board of Education, I was sitting in the back room with all these, you know, different, you know, really, really important people. And I just took a moment to just kind of step back and just enjoy the moment. I'm like, bro, I'm the Missouri Teacher of the Year and I'm a PE teacher. How did I get here? And I just started reflecting. And in the process of doing it, I took my laptop out and I just wrote a speech. I just wrote a little poem. I want to just share that with you guys right here. As I sit here in this conference room at our state capitol, I reflect. I was never smart enough, but PE got me through the doors. I did not value the importance of all of my classes, but PE got me through the doors. I had behaviors and learning disabilities, but PE got me through the doors. I was able to graduate high school and be the first person in my college to graduate high school and college because PE got me through the doors. I graduated with an education degree because PE got me through the doors. I won State Teacher of the Year because of my PE teachers. Where I come from, things like this don't happen. I've learned through the years the true value of education, and I'm living proof that positive effects from your educators can truly have a great impact on one's life. Because of my remarkable educators that I've had the privilege to be taught by, especially my PE teachers, because of them, I came through those doors. And because of them, I can now, as a PE teacher, open those same doors for others. We are more than just PE teachers, y'all. As many of you may already know by now, my childhood and the way that I was brought up was extremely challenging. Foster homes, Division of Family Service, deaths, drugs, guns, gang violence. These are things that I hope most of you were blessed and fortunate enough to never have to experience. But you need to understand that this is something that many of the students that we serve, unfortunately, struggle with trying to overcome daily. Now, for me, though, I wouldn't change anything. All those bad things that happened to me, all the adversity and all the stuff that I had to overcome, I wouldn't change one single thing, because if it were not for those things, I would not be the man that I am here standing in front of you all today. With all the good things and all the bad things that happened to me, I wouldn't change anything, because it's allowed me to have better understanding of all people. It's allowed me to connect with my students and their families on so many different levels. It's also allowed me a better understanding of all people. Now, the thing is, what I always try to explain to my students is that when you go through life, you're going to fail. We all fail in life at different things. It's inevitable. But the great thing about it is you learn from it. Failure is crucial for growth. We've all failed at something. It's inevitable. But as I teach my students, the great thing about failure is that it builds connections. It builds character. It forces you to go to the drawing board and start over. Figure out what you made mistakes in, build from it, learn from it, do better, be better. Failure forced me to do 3 critical things throughout my life. It forced me to, 1, change my mindset. And I'm going to challenge each of you to do that as you go through this conference. You got to change your mindset. You cannot change the world unless you change yourselves. 2, surround yourself with quality people. As my grandmother used to tell me, you are the company that you keep, so make sure that the company that you keep are good people. And 3, develop good communication skills. Because whether you want to believe it or not, when we open up our mouths, we tell the world who we truly are. And we are more than just PE teachers. Each of you, each and every last person in this room can be the most positive and successful educators that you choose to be. But you must truly believe it. You will have to put in the work and know that when, not if, but when times get hard, you have to keep moving forward. You have to think it into existence and see it through. Words can be great. That's great. But actions are supreme. We are in the state of Missouri. This is the show me state. So I'll just talk about it. Be about it. Be kind. Be brave. Be positive. And most importantly, be you. Early on in my professional career, I struggled with being me. I kept making that same mistake of doubting myself and my ability and comparing myself to others. What am I doing? What are they doing? What am I not doing? Feeling like I have not accomplished enough to be amongst so many talented educators. And as I'm looking around this room, there are a lot of amazing educators that has accomplished way more than I can or probably ever will do. But with that said, there are still those times when I have those feelings of inferiority. But when I do, I must remind myself about the king of the jungle. Now, when I say the king of the jungle, what animal comes to mind? You say who? A lion. Absolutely. Now, with that said, you need to understand that the lion has never been the biggest or strongest animal in the jungle. That goes to the elephant. The lion has never been the fastest. That one obviously goes towards the cheetah. The lion has also never been the smartest animal in the jungle. That one goes to the ape. There's going to be many times in life when we encounter struggles and have those feelings of inferiority. But you must not forget that as PE teachers, we are all lions. We may not be the biggest, the strongest, the fastest, or the smartest people in the room, but we do have that strong mindset, a mindset that's so powerful that it can take over anything, a mindset that allows us to stay focused on our true intentions instead of being consumed by negative thoughts. A lion is in complete control of his or her thoughts. It does not accept scraps. It goes about its business fearlessly with extreme competence. It's the mentality of the lion that makes it the king of the jungle. So MOSHAPE, let me hear you guys roar. That was whack. Let me hear that one more time. MOSHAPE, let me hear y'all roar. Okay, that was a great roar, but by roar I meant R-O-A-R, R, respect and responsibility. Be respectful of others and responsible of what you do and say each and every day. O, opportunity. Recognize opportunities when they come your way and take full advantage of them. A, ambition. Never lose that desire and determination to want to achieve more. And R, one of my favorite ones, self-reflection. Self-reflection is one of the best ways that you can shift your mindset, increase positivity in your life, and grow closer to yourself. What we have are yet to accomplish is what makes all of us amazing educators. Whether you've been teaching for 1 year or you've been teaching for 20 plus years. Our thirst for more knowledge, our drive to want to accomplish more, along with the passion, the love, and the support that we all share for our students is why we are all here at this conference. Thank you all. Thank you all for accepting the challenge and actually choosing to be physical educators. I look forward to seeing you all continue to be excellent in making connections, building healthy hearts, trusting relationships, and making sure that every student that you touch finds the success that lies within them. Good luck to you all. And remember, we are more than just PE teachers. We are life changers. Keep grinding, MOSHAPE. Level up. Peace.
What a great teacher, great leader, and if you have not been around him, just an amazing person to be around. So if you get a chance, come up and meet DC this weekend. DC, thank you. That was awesome. One thing that I get to do as president is I got to plan the schedule and the agenda for this meeting. So we went over, so it's my fault. So I accept that responsibility. The buck stops here for that. We're not going to have time for the committee meetings because we don't want to get into the 1:30 sessions that are coming up. Before we leave, I want to remind you, dinner tonight is on your own. We have the banquet tomorrow night for those of you that are coming to the banquet. Don't forget the social tonight at Tucker Shuckers, and we have game night tonight at, I believe, starting at 8:30. Thank you very much for choosing to be here, and enjoy the weekend.